The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Crime and Justice Institute at Community Resources for Justice is pleased to welcome you to the Wednesday series, Using Science and Criminal Justice to Achieve Better Results. Today's webinar is titled, Using Evidence to Promote Public Safety, Practical Considerations for Defense. Hello, everyone. My name is Kate Florio-Keegan, and I'm the Director of Business Development and Planning at the Crime and Justice Institute. In support of CRJ's mission, CJI provides nonpartisan consulting, policy analysis, and research services to improve public safety in communities throughout the country. We work with a diverse group of practitioners and policymakers, including corrections officials, courts, law enforcement, political and community leaders in local and state jurisdictions across the country. Our primary goal is to make criminal and juvenile justice systems more efficient and cost-effective in order to promote accountability for achieving better outcomes. This webinar is the last in a 7-part series that has taken place each second Wednesday of every month since March. We developed this round of webinars in follow-up to the release of our stakeholder box set papers created by CJI under a cooperative agreement with the National Institute of Corrections. The box set papers focus on the application of evidence-based principles for reducing recidivism. The papers are addressed to various criminal justice stakeholders and discuss how the implementation of evidence-based practice, otherwise known as EBP, and a focus on reducing recidivism affect areas of expertise in community corrections, judiciary, prosecution, defense, pretrial services, jails, prisons, We apologize for the trouble we're having with the technology at the moment. The polls are not launching for us. We're going to go ahead and continue with the introduction, and we will for the inconvenience. Management training to nonprofits, public defenders, legal aid programs, and the Department of Justice. Kate was the founding director of the National Defender Leadership Institute at ADA, which develops leadership capacity in public defense practitioners. Welcome, Kate.
Hello, everyone.
Next, we have Mr. Richard Goman, and he is the executive director of the DC Law Students in the Courts program. Richard Goman has over 20 years of legal experience. Prior to joining DC Law Students, Mr. Goman served as the Director of Defender Legal Services for the National Legal Aid and Defender Association. He also served as an Assistant Federal Public Defender for the Eastern District of Virginia. Throughout his distinguished career, Mr. Goman served in a variety of legal defense positions within Virginia, including Executive Director of Virginia's Public Defender Commission and the Executive Director of PDC's successor agency, the Virginia Indigent Defense Commission. Welcome, Richard.
Hello, everybody.
Next, we have Mr. Christopher Flood, Deputy Chief Defender of the Orleans Public Defenders. As the interim Chief Defender, Mr. Flood's work was instrumental in building organizational structures that allowed OPD to expand and further develop its ability to serve indigent people in New Orleans. Chris began his career in public defense at the Public Defender Service in Washington, D.C., where he developed an expertise in scientific and forensic evidence. He then moved on to become an assistant federal defender in the Southern District of New York. Throughout his legal career, Chris has served on expert panels discussing issues of justice, technology, criminal law, and defense practices, and has used his experiences to inform the larger discussion around the rights of indigent people and the progress of defense work. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
And finally, I'd like to introduce Mr. Timothy Young. Tim Young has been the Ohio Public Defender since January 2008 after serving as a county public defender for 14 years. He has led reform efforts for indigent defense in Ohio, and he started the Ohio Wrongful Conviction Project, a non-DNA exoneration project. He has focused on reform of indigent defense issues and has played a role in creating open discovery, new standards for witness identification procedures, and new standards in the preservation of DNA evidence and access to post-conviction DNA testing. Tim has served on numerous boards and committees and devoted his career to serving the indigent population of our society. Welcome, Tim.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your time with us, and at this time, I'd like to hand over our webinar to Ms. Kate Clark, our featured presenter and moderator.